The Nettie and Nancy Show, where we're going to talk about recovery and real estate and anything in between. The Nettie and Nancy Show.
Welcome to episode 2, everybody, to the Nettie and Nancy Show.
Yes, where you never know what's going to come out of our mouths.
You sure don't. But whatever it is, we hope that you get some goodness out of it.
Yes, yes. So what's going on, Mama? We haven't seen each other in like 2 weeks.
I know, it's been too long.
I heard you had an awesome closing.
I did, yes.
I saw a big fat check back there for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, could you imagine starting our episode and then realizing like the camera wasn't rolling?
I know.
Could
How
you
would that
imagine
be?
what would ever happen if that happened?
I know. Wouldn't that be funny?
So no, seriously, what's been going on?
So I'm just going to get to it.
Yeah.
The other day, I had a speaking engagement in Reading at a male, some sort of a transitioning facility. It's like prison, but rehab. They can't go outside, but it's not full prison either. Mm-hmm. But I had a speaking engagement there, and the following day, I was texting with one of our agents here, and he was asking me questions about it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, what were you sharing about? Like, what do you talk about? And I was explaining to him there was just, my experience with being an addict, experience, strength, and hope. Mm-hmm. And it dawned on me, the saying that we use all the time, that we can only keep what we have by giving it away. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of correlations between the recovery and KYW, right?
KYW?
Oh, KYW. See, cut. I always say KYW.
Oh, that's hysterical.
With KW.
KW.
With Keller Williams. I should just start saying Keller Williams because my Swedish brain goes like, let's throw in some extra letters. With KW, as far as like giving it away,
Yes, yeah.
Like in recovery, we have the service commitments that we are suggested and encouraged to take, and the sponsorship, picking up the phone when people call, all the things that we do, to give our recovery away in order
to keep
it. Mm-hmm. And the same here at KW with like Therese, like just always giving it away. Like look at us sitting here with this podcast, that's totally giving it away. All the resources, the knowledge, and how she's like always available on the phone, and like any of the agents here that I've ever reached out to, like it's always been willing to share their knowledge with me, you know? Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, because I just feel so blessed to be both in the recovery community and get to participate in that part of the world as well as here as well. Like I just feel so blessed. And I think that's kind of the point of our podcast too, right? To give it away.
Yes.
Because we want to keep what we got.
Yes. Work too hard for it.
Yes, absolutely. I also did want to mention about the tradition. So,
yes, that's very important.
Right. So we are very aware of our respective recovery programs' traditions. So before the recovery police come and hit us over the head, we know what the traditions are. Thank you. And therefore, we made a decision to refer to our programs, our respective 12 Steps programs, as just that, or recovery, as opposed to, or at least try to refrain really hard from
actually naming them.
them.
Yes.
Because we don't want to promote one way or another.
Exactly.
Do we want to divulge our clean time, sober time?
I don't mind.
I meant to look that up to the day. It's been a while since I did that.
I don't have that app on my phone, but my recovery date is March 14, 2010.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
thank you.
Girl. That's awesome. March 14,
2010. I don't know how many days that is.
I don't know either. Now I'm getting distracted.
It's like 13 years and, a bunch of months.
Wow.
Yeah.
So mine is May 17th, 2016. So mine is 7 years, I guess 90 days or something like that.
But all we have is today.
All we have is today. Today
the
is the
truth.
only day that
Yes.
matters.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I like when you said we have to give it away to keep it. My husband has this shirt, which I probably just blew his anonymity.
I was
Whoops.
thinking about that. What about our husbands?
damn it.
They're like, they're not anonymous anymore.
Not anymore. But and he doesn't care. But he has a shirt that says "Trust God, clean house, help others," and that's really what it's
Yeah.
about. Like seriously, we can put that. You can take those three concepts and use that in your everyday life.
Yep.
Period. It just doesn't have to be recovery. It can
Yep.
be in real estate, in the real world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trust God, clean house, help others.
Yeah. So the whole trust God, that's all that serenity, surrender. I apply that all day, every day. I was just sharing at that facility the other day how when I first came into recovery, I had like sticky notes on my dashboard and my fridge and the mirror in my bathroom, surrender, because that was just such a foreign concept for me. I thought that as the woman that I was, as being a mom, whatever, I had to be like in control of everything, controlling the kids, controlling everything. And ironically, everything was out of control. But
Powerless. over
yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
Yes. Well, to surrender was also to give up. For me, it meant give up. And I'm a fighter. I've fought my whole life to overcome obstacles and achieve things and survive. I was just constantly in
Yep.
survival mode.
Yep.
When I do share sometimes, I always go back to that. I spent my whole life in this fight or flight syndrome, like constantly. I was either going to fight you or I was going to run. So it's really hard, I was thinking about that today too, like that miracle that happens when you absolutely surrender. When the obsession left me to drink or drug, it was amazing to me. I couldn't go a day without it. And then to suddenly have 4 days, have 12 days, have 30 days, have 62 days. Like, it was just amazing that, I felt like I was winning, right? I was
Right.
beating the game. I don't know. It just, for me, it was not, I don't want to say it was easy. It was really difficult to finally get to that surrender point. But once I did, like, something internally just happened, right? That just, I can't even put it into words.
I know exactly what you're talking
It
about.
was like a miracle, though, I'm telling
Yeah.
you. So tonight, when I'm coming tonight to your home group, actually. One of my friends is celebrating her 1 year, and I'm so freaking excited. So
Yes.
excited.
That is amazing.
And I was kind of thinking about her, and, hopefully I know she felt that same, like, surrender moment, You have to
Right.
surrender to win,
Yep.
I guess. Yeah.
Yep. So for me, when I first came in, I pretty much just concentrated on practicing surrender, and I was trying to self-will, and I would get really twisted up about men and like send a text message and I'm not getting anything back, and it's like just surrender, because there was a lot of pain there for me, and I did that for like a little while. And then it started getting better. It started getting better a little bit. Like I did surrender, and then like, kind of worked. Check that out. I have a relapse in my story. So I had like 9 months relapsed, and yeah. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I'm so grateful that I had that relapse because the first time that I came into the rooms, I was there because of drug court, and I was just going to get my paper signed and all. This is turning into like a whole share.
I love it. I love it.
I was just coming in, the cliche, just getting the paper signed.
Can't wait for that meeting to be over to get that paper signed.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that doesn't negate the fact, though, that from when I went to that first meeting and I put my hand up and I said, "Hi, my name is Nettie and I'm an addict." Like there was definitely a click. Like my soul
feel it.
started to like fluttering, and like it was like I belong
That
there.
vulnerableness.
Yeah.
You feel it.
And I only
Yeah.
went to that meeting because the judge was like, "You better go, or I'm kicking you out of the program." And it was during a blizzard, and you know, blizzards in Delaware County, the whole
Wow.
world stops.
Yeah.
So I thought to say, safe, nobody's going to be there.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
Just go and get my paper signed and bounce.
Everyone and their mother was there, right? It was there like 50
It was
people.
packed at noon. Packed, right? But
No one wants to be stuck at home with their family all day in a
Right?
snowstorm. F out of here. Kill somebody.
so where was I going with this?
Paper sign.
Oh, they got the paper
The
signed.
relapse.
Yeah. So, you know, for the beginning there, I was really going for drug court and for the most part. And then when I relapsed and that pain was like immediately there again. And it was so painful. Because I had kind of had some relief then, you know, and then I just went straight back, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to use a little bit, and the next thing you know, I'm getting evicted, and work isn't working anymore, and it's just, you know, like life is taking a deep dive. So when I went back, I decided to do things differently, and I started like participating in my program and making sure I put my hand up. I really looked at like what was my part in it.
Yeah.
And made sure now, you know, I put my hand up and I'm participating in my program basically,
Right.
which I wasn't the first time around.
Not my very first meeting, because I got taken to a meeting, I think January of that year. I know the exact day, I know where I was. But my first real meeting, that Sunday night on March 14, I remember the topic was taking responsibility for your own sobriety. And for all those years, I blamed everyone. I blamed situations. I blamed, you know, the ex-husband. I blamed the kids were driving me crazy, or I blamed my circumstances from my childhood, or, you know, I was in victim mode, right? And
Yep.
so I had to take responsibility for my own sobriety. Somehow that clicked in my head. I don't know why, but it did. It was like, this is your responsibility. You're responsible for your sobriety, right? And no one else is. And I don't know, something just really clicked, I'm telling you. And, you know, the next morning I made it to work. I was so sick. Oh my God, it was so bad. I thought I was having a nervous breakdown. Like I felt like my skin was like peeling off my body, you know? And I locked myself in my office, and one of the girls that I worked with, her dad worked at Cameron Foundation. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but he worked at a rehab.
Well, we just did, didn't we?
And he, you know, they were trying to get me to go. And I'm like, no. I feel like singing Amy Winehouse right now. They tried to make me go to rehab. I said, no, right? Like, no. And I don't know why I fought it. I don't know why. But I just said, get me a meeting list. There has to be a meeting near my house. And, you know, and I walked into that meeting that night, and I was so obviously distraught and ill. And it just took one person just to reach over and say, are you okay? You know, and she did too. And, you know, she's a big part of my recovery story and still a part of my life. But, you know, it just progressed from there. And then every day it was like, what meeting can I hit today? And sometimes I went to 2, sometimes I went to 3. I hated to walk into my house and the kids not be there, or, you know, have nothing to do or anyone to do it with. Whereas before, I loved when the kids weren't there and had nothing,
Right.
no one to do anything with. You know, I could just drink and drug myself into oblivion, right? And I don't know, it's just different. I don't even know why I started talking about that.
I don't know. This is why we said the prayer before we started recording.
Right, exactly. God will just tell us what
Yep.
what has to come out.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
But there is that sense of surrender, I guess, that you have to have. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I you know, I try to apply that to my business.
You're better than I am. I have
Right.
no patience. I have no patience in real estate. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to start working on it, though. I'm on a no bitching blackout for 3 days. So I'll let you know how that's working.
Yeah.
But I'm a control freak, and I try to stick a square peg in a round hole all the time.
How's that working for you, Nancy?
It's awful. My hands bleed. It's awful. My stress level is up
I
here.
might be surrendering a little too much.
Ooh.
I might have taken it a little bit too far.
Oh my God.
Like it's just gonna fall in my lap.
You're like, I can't, he can, I think I just let him.
No, but I try to surrender and not. I mean, in all areas of life, right?
Yeah.
Because
But for your business, you do have to treat it like a business. You
Yeah.
have to have a set schedule. You've got to have that routine. That's what they taught me here at Keller
Right.
Williams was treat it like a business. Get up, get dressed, go to work,
Right,
and
right.
get on that phone and start making those calls and, just
Yeah.
connecting with people. I've gotten a little lazy at times. I'm not going to lie. Like I've gotten.
I'm still a work in progress. I do get up. I don't sleep in. I don't sleep
No.
past like 6:45. I think is the latest I've
Yeah.
gotten up in a very long time, which was today, by the
Yeah.
way. And
You did look well rested when you came in today.
I felt well rested. I'm also back to exercising.
Mm-hmm.
But my morning, I'm good with my morning. It's the rest of the day that is, I'm still
Mm-hmm.
working on it.
What Brett, he was my PC coach for a long time, and such a great mentor. And he would say, if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist.
Right.
And you have to time block that stuff. And I'm horrible at it. I really am. I try. I'll time block to, certain days to go to the gym and work out with my trainer, and I'm bored with it. I guess I don't know.
I started time blocking, like actually doing it and not just talking about it yesterday. And I didn't get everything done, but a lot of it did get done, and I felt a sense of accomplishment
Yeah,
for
that's
having
good.
gotten some stuff done. I time blocked coming here to the office to do
Yes,
this with you
yes.
today. So I'm
Baby steps.
Yeah, work in progress,
Yes,
right? And I'm just trying
exactly.
to not beat myself up all
Here's
the time.
one. Do you guys say this? Progress, not perfection. It's progress, not perfection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
think
gotta
so,
have that
yeah.
saying too. Okay.
Yeah.
I never know.
I don't know. The recovery lingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do a whole show on just our acronyms alone.
I think we could.
Yeah. It would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think you're doing great, Nettie, in your business. I mean, I really do. You're here all the time. You're plugged in. You're I call you guys the PC kids, the
PC
productivity
kids.
coaching
Yeah,
kids. And you're doing it. So it's obviously paying off because you
Right.
have transactions,
Yep.
right? So it's the people that are here and, connecting. We need these connections.
Yep.
Even in real estate, we need them in our personal life. We need them in our business.
Real estate is a contact sport, they say.
Oh, I
And
never heard that one.
haven't?
No, that's good.
Yeah,
Okay,
real
I'm going
estate
to
is
use
a
that.
contact sport.
Yeah, it is. I like to knock some of my. Oh, never mind. Forget it. Never mind.
So another thing that I wrote down here in my putting my mascara on notes. Recovery is a lifestyle, and so is real estate. It's like totally a lifestyle. Like I don't know how you can look at recovery as just. It's a lifestyle,
No, it's true. Yeah.
as
It
is
is.
real estate. And
Like, how do you mean? Like, real estate is a lifestyle?
So like wherever I go, people ask me how's the market, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like
Yes.
now I knew that I had a check coming, so I ordered some t-shirts that's like realtor, related.
Yes.
I got my water jug,
Yes.
like it's like
You're marketing yourself.
I am, but I'm
Yes.
also I'm just letting people know that I'm a realtor, so if they need some real estate assistance, I'd be happy to help them. It's not that, and I don't need a neon sign necessarily. Like
Right.
I don't know, I just see so much correlation between recovery and real estate. Like to me it's being in service. I mean,
No, I see that. Yeah. I look at it like this, like my paralegal job. When I had that, I spent my whole career helping people. When people come to a law firm, they're at usually the worst time of their life. They're
Right.
arrested, they're going through a divorce, they're in a custody battle, maybe they were in a
All that
car
fun stuff.
accident. Yeah, so they need support and guidance, and recovery, of course, is like that. We can help that sick and suffering newcomer that comes in the door, and hope they stay 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Don't leave 5 minutes before the miracle happens. And real estate's kind of like the same way. Like a lot of my clients, for whatever reason, there could be a divorce, there could be tremendous debt they have to sell, or unfortunately someone could have passed away and died, so they have to sell. So I just feel like with real estate, there's always folks that need our guidance, need our expertise, need our life skills, right?
Yeah.
So it's true.
Yeah.
So what else do you have on there?
That's about it. That's all I had on my notes there. Do you have anything you wanted to?
Not
add
really.
to the conversation
it could
today?
literally be a whole nother episode, because we have that whole. It could be another episode. We'll just save it for another time. How's that? But it has to do with give it away to keep it, but sometimes you have to have it to give away, right? And
Right.
Went through that. I went through a really bad spot lately where I don't have anything to give, so I'm working through that, It's okay. It's a period of growth, and spiritual progress, right? The pain is
Yeah.
the touchstone of all spiritual progress.
Absolutely.
So, but it's all good. I have you in my life, so
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
love you.
grateful. I know, I love you too. So that's it.
All right. So I guess that's it for episode 2 of the Nettie and Nancy show.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
The Nettie and Nancy Show, where we're going to talk about recovery and real estate and anything in between. The Nettie and Nancy Show.